I feel like I always start these off with, wow, it's been a while. But I've been doing this here and there, just not editing anything. Okay, anyway. Hey guys, it's Thursday, June 21st, 2018. My goodness, how time keeps going. Year is almost halfway done. I don't think I did anything video-wise the entire year. Big news from Instagram. Instagram thinks that it can be the #1 social platform for both photo and video. And I say that because one, they started with photos, which kind of took away from Facebook, but Facebook bopped that up. Probably pretty smart that they did that. Then from photos, they moved to video. You could kind of always do square video on Instagram because they forced a square aspect ratio, which is weird. And then they did stories, which was basically what Snapchat was for. And man, it kind of exploded because there's a lot of people already on Instagram, and just adding that sort of video feature really made sense. So the big thing is that Instagram launched IGTV yesterday, or IGTV, as they said it over and over during the presentation, IGTV. And it is a video platform that will be within Instagram, at least for now, and it's also its own app. So we have Instagram here and then IGTV down there, and they both do the same thing. In Instagram, you click a button and you go into the TV sort of thing, like that. And there it is. You see everything below, and there's a video playing. And if you swipe away or X this out, you go back to your regular Instagram. However, there's the app itself, which you click and you're stuck in this, you can't swipe down to get rid of the video because you're in the TV app. There's nothing to get rid of. And that's kind of cool. You are kind of forced to just swipe through videos instead of stopping, which is kind of genius. So maybe you accidentally swipe and see something you didn't know, and you're like, oh, who is this? I don't know who this is. Maybe I'll watch it. That's content discovery. That's something some other apps don't have. They don't force you, they don't lock you into endless scrolling, which keeps you in the app. It's great for them. It's not so good for productivity or when you want to stop. You can't stop it. There's no stop button. There's a pause button, but it's way tiny and down there. They don't want you to stop. They want you to keep scrolling. Kind of genius on their end. But anyway, it's a vertical video platform. And what is vertical video? I'm sure you know what it is. Vertical video tends to have a negative connotation. And why is that? Think of all the video you watch, and where did video kind of start? It started on TV. And when you go to the movies, it's in this nice wide format. Landscape, they call it. Wide, horizontal, 16:9 aspect ratio. You might have heard all those words. All of that describes video that is played back this way on a phone or device, iPad, computer, whatever. Vertical video is that. It's vertical. And that doesn't mean I take a video that I'm watching and turn it and watch it, weird. It means the video was actually shot or produced that way, vertically. Portrait mode, 9:16, you might hear all those words to describe vertical video. Generally speaking, it works if you view it on a vertical device, but up until the last few years maybe, the devices we've used to watch video are our computers and our TVs. Movies, of course, are widescreen. Instagram is making the argument that these days, people are viewing more and more video on mobile devices, phones specifically. I'll just say phones from now on. And that makes sense. It's true. It's because the phones can now shoot video easily, and there's more storage space for videos online. So Instagram is making the argument that because people are watching video more on a device like this, they want to see video that is more native, meaning it's up and down. So when you hold your phone, you generally hold it like this. I don't know anybody who pulls out the phone from their pocket and immediately holds it like this. Generally speaking, we all hold it vertically. This makes sense. Even the logos are sort of that way on most of the phones. And if we go into YouTube real quick and watch a video. Okay, so this is one of my videos on YouTube. If I hold the phone vertically, we can see at the top of it is a widescreen video that I shot. I produced it in this sort of normal 16:9 format. but it's very small on the screen, and this allows me to view other videos on the bottom. I can scroll, I can read the description, all those sorts of things. So that's useful. But for watching the video, what I have to do is turn the phone, and then it fills up the entire screen. Now, Instagram is sort of making an argument that we shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to be in bed, wake up, look at videos, and be like, okay, oh, there's one I want to watch. Now I need to turn the phone, and now I can watch it. So Instagram is trying to avoid us having to find a video we like, then turn the phone to view it. It'll change views. Then when we're done, change it back, and then scroll. And I somewhat agree. I mean, YouTube kind of tried to get away from that with this little, on the bottom, if you scroll up while you're watching a landscape view, you can scroll and see some related videos, but it's not the full browse experience. You definitely have to turn the phone back to get to that, to go back into the menus and all of that. So Instagram's trying to get away from that. It does make sense, we'll go back to Instagram video, IGTV, I should use the right term. Here it is, again, a video is fully filling the screen, and I don't need to do anything as the user. I don't need to change my phone orientation. That really keeps you in the app. It's very smart, and it's the same thing they're doing with the video where, I can't exit the video, like I said. It's just all I can do is look at more video, more content. It never ends. So from the consumer point of view, using the app and viewing videos, it's great. It totally makes sense. And I do see why they're going and forcing everybody to do vertical video. But there's a problem on the creator side. Now, one of the main attractions for creators on IGTV is that we can use higher quality video. With Instagram stories and most things, especially live, you're forced to use the camera in your phone. And generally speaking, it's good. Generally speaking, this is a good camera for what it is. I mean, as tiny as this little dot is, this lens, it's pretty good, and it goes a long way. But we do want to use more professional gear like DSLRs or mirrorless cameras. Some people are shooting on Red 8K video cameras and things like that. And they're enticing creators to use professional gear and put it on IGTV. But there's a little problem. Professional gear is not made to shoot vertical video. With our phones, I can go to my camera right now, and I'm shooting a vertical video right now when I hit record, because my phone is vertical. If I turn it this way, it'll switch to landscape, and now I'm shooting a normal wide video. But again, now I'm shooting vertical video. So it's easy. The phones are made to do that. And it's funny, actually, the YouTube app, I think it was called the Create app, it wouldn't even allow you to press record unless you turned the camera this way, turned your phone this way, and then you'd have wide video to get away from vertical video. When you shoot a video this way, when it's made to display on something this way, it doesn't fill up the screen wide. It's only vertical, so you have big black bands on the side, and it looks stupid. But Facebook and now YouTube, when you view vertical videos, the incorrect way on your phone, it will fill it up vertically. Anyway, probably getting too deep into this. Professional cameras just don't shoot vertically. Here's a GoPro, and it's designed to shoot, this landscape normal method. Sure, this is small enough to turn, this way. Now, I guess I'm shooting vertical video, but the mount is still on the side. It would be great if the mount was here, but they're just not designed for that. All the menus on this are, landscape. And they do have a feature, so if I turn the camera upside down this way, the words and the display will auto-rotate, and that's great. But because no one shoots vertical video, they don't have that for this method of shooting, because nobody does that. This is just not a thing until Instagram is forcing us to do it right now to shoot this vertical video thing. This is my A6500 camera. This is what most people will be shooting on if they want quote-unquote professional video. So this is pretty standard, a DSLR or mirrorless camera like this. A little tripod thingy like this. Some people use that Gorilla Pod with like the ball joints that you can wrap around things. I don't like those. And then a microphone on top. This is a typical sort of professional video setup these days. And I mean, just look at this. It's designed for being horizontal. When you would watch your video with your phone like this, that's how it's meant to shoot. That's the way the sensor goes and all of that. It's not meant to shoot video like this. Now, in order to do that on this camera, this is what you have to do. This particular tripod has a feature where you can mount this or turn this sideways. So let me do that real quick. So as you can see, now the camera is vertical, you know, like the phone would be up this way. Sorry, I'm trying to hold things. So it matches how the vertical video would look, but I mean, if I let go, it falls over. Now, I'm breaking a rule here. What you're supposed to do is anytime you have a tripod, if anything sticks out, you balance it over the leg, but I can't do that because this won't turn over the leg. It only, you know, and that's this one tripod. There are other ways to do this with a regular tripod that's as tall as, you know, people are, like a real big one. You can do that vertical shift thing there and it won't be a problem, but then you have a huge tripod. People are trying to stay mobile, use smaller things like this. This tripod that I just showed you isn't even the one I use. I just bought this recently because it's a little bigger, has a little wider base. These can extend for more stability. I got this for special use cases. This is the one I normally use. It's much smaller. It doesn't even have this sort of divot here to do that vertical thing. So I couldn't even attempt to do that on this one, which I'm fine with. It's not designed to do that. These are made for sort of landscape mode where you put the camera right on top of it like that, like normal. So then why don't I just not use a tripod? I guess I could not use a tripod. Here it is normal, and then I just turn the camera this way and shoot like this. But you know, sometimes you need stability, or you want to put it down so you can walk around and, you know, shoot do shots like that. While it might work, sometimes it's definitely tiring. I'm already tired just holding it now. This particular lens is pretty heavy for the body size. You could use a smaller lens, which I did earlier today in the car, so there wasn't as much front weight. But again, this is what people use for more professional videos. So if we're trying to use professional gear for this new professional look on IGTV, none of the professional gear actually supports it right now. We're meant to shoot like this, landscape. Turning it this way has a lot of challenges. Even making this video right now has its challenges. No video editor really is set up for vertical video that I know of. I use Final Cut Pro, and in order to do that, when you make a new project, it defaults to 4K, 1080p and all of this, but what you need to do is go to custom, and instead of 1920 by 1080, the width versus the length, you need to change that, and you need to go 1080 by 1920. And that's not such a huge deal, but you do need to do that. There's no preset for it. Then you get this vertical view here, and even from then I had to see, I started this video out showing the full frame, and then I zoomed in using keyframes to fill up the frame, and there it is. Now I'm filling the screen, but I shot a wide video and I have to edit it to make it fill up the vertical format. And then from there, when I did sort of the double camera thing, like here, I had to duplicate the track, put a blur underneath the thing on the bottom so it doesn't distract you while you play, and I didn't want black bands, you know, otherwise it would look like this. And that just makes it look wrong, like something's missing. So you have to adjust all of these things. And again, these aren't huge things. These are very simple video editing techniques, but you still have to do it. And we used to do this for vertical video. It would just be, you know, the other way around. But yeah, even editing the video is kind of weird when it comes to vertical video. There's really no presets for it, and nothing's really meant for it just quite yet. So maybe we'll see that change due to Instagram forcing it. Very strange time we live in. So where are we with all of this? I don't know yet. It just came out yesterday. Stories have been around for, they said 2 years. In 2016 they launched it. I didn't even know that. So up to 2 years we've had stories on Instagram, and that was forced vertical video as well. I know people who did shoot regular video and forced the consumer to turn the phone if they wanted to really see what was going on, but the videos were 5, 10, 15 seconds long. People didn't really turn the phone for that. They're like, oh, I'll just figure it out in my brain and try to see what they were showing me. But now with videos that I think right now can go up to 15 minutes, could be wrong, I think they want it to be even up to an hour or even longer. They want this to somewhat replace YouTube as the, and these are my words, the sort of casual video view, meaning, oh, I'm just going to turn on my phone, let's see what's on the internet right now, I'll go to Instagram and see what videos are, you know, trending or whatever, rather than going to YouTube, giving YouTube its views and time, and having YouTube gain money and YouTube creators gain money. Instagram wants that. You're already on Instagram a lot if you even use it at all, looking at Explore, looking at the videos that appear there and pictures. And now with IGTV, I really think they're onto something. I don't think it's going to replace YouTube by any means. YouTube still has a much better way to search and categorize and playlist and organize all the videos that you enjoy. And for me as a creator, I like their analytics. I prefer sort of the format, comments and description and all of that stuff. We're used to YouTube by now. So I don't see replacing YouTube with IGTV for me, for my guitar tutorial stuff. Kind of doesn't make sense. It could be a nice trailer or some sort of preview or something to entice people to go to your YouTube channel, but I doubt they'll ever allow links to go straight to another app in the phone or something like that. That probably wouldn't make sense from Instagram's point of view. But this is very interesting. It's a very interesting thing, and we'll see where it goes. This is only the second day that it's been publicly available. Apparently some people have known about it and we're testing it for maybe a week, maybe longer. We'll just see where this goes. But again, you're kind of stuck in this thing. What do? Do you turn your professional camera sideways? And I bought a little cage that's going to go around my Sony camera and allow me to mount it vertically. Hopefully, it should work. And then I can shoot native vertical video, if you will. But then you get into the problem. Well, if I shoot vertically, for Instagram, can I use that footage for a YouTube video? Do I have to shoot things twice? Do I have to redo all my videos that I've done before? Or do I just edit and kind of cut in and try to crop and do all these crazy things? That's what I'm going to do with this. I'm, for the most part, filming this regular landscape 16:9 this way. And I'm going to go in, drop it into Final Cut, and I'm going to crop in to make a 1080p. I'm shooting higher resolution so I can shrink it down or zoom in basically to a lower resolution 1080p, which looks great, and then it'll fill up the screen. So we'll see. That probably is the best solution for now. I already see people with rigs that have two cameras on their little stabilizer or whatever they're using, tripod, one shooting landscape and another one shooting portrait, and at the same time they hit record and they have two separate cameras shooting at the same time, like this. If these are two cameras, one would be like this, one would be like this, and then they edit the footage separately as they need it. Kind of crazy. So there's a lot of cool things that can happen with this. It's just amazing that Instagram is forcing this and people are already jumping to it. On the first day, everybody just cropped into a video they previously made, but now I see actual content being created vertically. We'll see. Instagram is definitely changing things up, and again, the fact that I'm even making this video and thinking about all this, I took the camera out, it inspired me to bring the camera out and shoot this and actually edit something. I don't know, that says something. We'll see. Okay, well, I'm gonna edit this video, see what it ends up being, and there we go.